together.
I'm sorry. I had to reopen up all my tabs. Everything it wasn't loaded. It's okay though now. I think everything's fine. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. Yes, I'm late. You didn't get the 30-minute warning because I just posted it. I literally got everything, the thumbnail, everything done. Such a simplistic thumbnail, but I did just get it together. So shout outs to everybody that's in here. I am happy to see you all. Welcome in, welcome in. Just making sure all my stuff is lined up properly without crashing my computer either. I think we are good to go, and we actually do have a fun poll ready to go. I've created a few new ones, so I am actually kind of happy with these new polls that I've picked out. So we have, what's the best one here? Okay, you become world famous for... Sorry, I'm adding these into a poll right now. You become world famous for a bad photo, a new TikTok trend, an opinion about a sandwich, or being unfashionable. Now here's the thing. You might think, "Oh, what is this poll? This is so nonsensical." Well, what's the point? There isn't really a point, but it's to look into your psyche. What do you want to be known for? Are you unfazed by a bad photo? Would you not feel the cringe of a new TikTok trend started by you? Do you have deep thoughts about food and want to share your opinion on a sandwich? Or are you highly unfashionable, but you're going to set the new fashion trend and become like the counterculture to the state of fashion as it stands? See, these are just deeper things that you don't really think about. But yes, you become world famous for... Pick one. Starting the poll now. I don't want to be known. Well, hey, you figure out which one would burn out the quickest. You're world famous, but it doesn't say how long. Like a really good Yelp review, like a Panera Yelp review, and you're like, this is the best sandwich I ever had, and it goes viral on Reddit or something. That'd be gone within maybe you'll get a few articles written about you. Oh, this was such a funny, and in such a time of world crisis, this user brought levity with their sandwich review. Who knows? I don't know. That's the point of the fun poll. Let's get started though. We do have some Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, and a video to check out for today. So let's get started, shall we? The poll went live, right? Okay, good. The sandwich is winning. You say frick the sandwich, but hey, we got some foodies. What can I say? And we also have our favorite podcast here, Escape Pod. I don't know what's happening with Instagram right now. Everything looks like super low resolution, and I can't tell if it's the videos that were posted or if it's like the player right now. But check this out.
No. Yep. Up is not a top 10 Pixar movie.
Bad take. Up is not a top 10 Pixar movie. I guess I'd need to see the list of Pixar movies, but I'd say Up is up there. I hate myself.
It's like 11 or 12. It's good. It's just
the beginning.
I like that he has his list on lock. He's like, it's like 11 or 12. Maybe 13 if you're counting something or other.
Of Up is a top 10 Pixar.
The beginning of Up is fabulous.
Sick of people saying that. I'm gonna freak out. Just because a movie has the best potential opening ever doesn't mean the rest of the movie is bad. Just because it's great at the start doesn't mean it's bad.
Okay, I disagreed with him about his take on Up, but you got a little too much energy. You need to calm it down just a little bit. Talking about Pixar films. What? I just happened to put Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we on now? Well, what number are we at? There's a new one coming out, isn't there?
Bad for the rest. It's also good for the rest. People just like take this and be like, oh, well, this is so great. I'm just going to ignore the rest. It's not true.
You need to get laid, man.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Honestly, I like this new cast member that they've added on. I don't know if he's just a guest.
Yeah. Up is not a top 10 Pixar movie. It's like 11.
I'd like to know what his list actually is. It's also interesting to me to have that list. Here, let me see. Pixar movies. Oh my god, my computer's going so slow right now. Feature film. Hoppers out now. This is just a Pixar ad now. Let's see. Incredibles is probably up there. The original Cars. Up. Wall-E. Is this it? If this is it, if we're just counting Pixar specifically and not just saying like Disney films, it's not even a lot to work with. Like building a top 10 list, like literally this is what? It's 30, there's 30 movies here. Like A Bug's Life is a good movie. I don't know if I'd put it above Up. Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 1 are good movies. They're great movies even. I don't know if I'd put them over Up. Toy Story 3, however, Toy Story 3 might get placed over Up. But that's kind of like that's when you start getting into the nitty-gritty. Wall-E is probably up there too. See, I haven't seen some of these newer ones. Coco's good. Soul's good. I haven't seen Onward or Elemental or Elio. I went to Disneyland a year ago, and I went to one of the drawing things a year ago. Something like that. And we did like one of the animator sessions where they show you their like how to draw the different characters, and they talk about new movies coming out, and they were talking about this one. It looked all right. Hoppers, talking about the animal kingdom. They're going to kill us. Turning Red, I haven't seen that. Finding Nemo, good. Monsters Inc., good. Onward has a special place in my heart. Maybe I need to see it. I think it just looks, it's got that look of something that just looks like a cash grab, you know what I mean? They're just like, I don't know, just, there's some creatures, they're on an adventure, I don't know. But I guess that's just the outward perception. The onward perception. Yeah, I don't know. I think Up would probably be at least in my top 5. See, I think everybody probably has a different top 10 list just based on like when they grew up. But I think most people would agree that Up is at least in that top 10. I will picture Internet Tough Guy as Wall-E from now on. Wall-E got the Tough Guy update. It was an install. New software, same hardware. I would recommend Onward. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, that's definitely one I'll check out then. I mean, honestly, Pixar, they don't really miss. Like, even their bad movies are relatively good. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of any movie that I've watched where I was like, this sucked. Like, Finding Dory is good, but it's not... Like, I'd see why people don't like it as much, but I would not say it's a bad movie. Like, it would probably be lower on my list, but I also don't think it's, like, a terrible movie. Brave's another one where it's like, it's a good movie, and a lot of people love it, but in the grand scheme of all the movies, it's probably lower on my list. But it is again, it's still a really, really good movie. I think a lot of the sequels, though, are probably what would end up being the lower ones. Except for Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 just hit. No toy gets left behind. It's just, it was different. Lightyear? Didn't they have a gay couple in this movie? That's all I remember from people talking about this, was a conversation about that. They're like, there's a gay kiss. But yeah, I'm passionate about Pixar. Clearly not as passionate as the one guy. I don't know what any of their names are. Either of these guys they could both have the same name. They could have really strange names, really like ordinary names. Nothing would surprise me at this point. My favorite podcast of all time. I like that one bird short animation from Pixar too. That is good. See, that'd be a more interesting conversation, like rank all of the shorts. That'd probably be difficult. Onward technically has a lesbian cop too. One of their many failed attempts at representation. It's all about that money. It's all about, ooh, look. Did you see yourself in the movie? Did you see yourself in this trailer? That means you have to come see it. Look, it's vaguely similar to you. You can send memes of this character. But here we go. This is my new favorite Instagram actor. Every so often I get hit with these new Instagram actors. This is Wasim. I'd assume it's Wasim. Wasim Muhammad. Mimislim official. When your teacher plays a movie during class. I think a lot of these are just kind of, improv, going off the cuff, trying to see what he can come up with. And truly a master class, I must say. I want to see what he has on this. What does he have over here? Does this say John Travolta? It's possible.
Oh, we about to watch a movie? Let's. Everyone, be quiet, please. Let's
Teacher's
listen.
talking.
Shh, voices off. We're gonna be watching a movie. If we can't handle watching the movie, if it's going to be side conversations, talking during the movie, not the right time to be talking, then we will be ending the movie and start doing our math worksheets. Remember, the movie is for education services. Okay? It's for educational purposes, not for it to be playing around. Okay? Now, we're going to be watching a movie, a video. Please pay attention and not to be distracting your friends. Okay? Okay? Close the light.
I'm locked in on To Kill a Mockingbird. Let's go. I always loved that his videos always end with him turning off the camera. Like there are no cuts. No cuts, no edits.
Hey,
all just one take. Like a real pro.
Let me finish my tasks here and I'm gonna come back, alright? Alright, just some stuff I need to finish. I'll be right back. Yo, what's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? Dab me up. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't seen you in a long time. What's your name? Your name Jalen. Nice to meet you, Jalen. Welcome to Hood Business. So you new here, huh? Alright, no problem. I'll give you the job review. We're gonna start. Alright?
Wait, now I'm confused. This says when customers approach workers that don't know their own store. The worker was so impressed by this customer that he decided to hire him. It's showing you the real technique. It's not just about the acting, it's about the ability of the characters he's acting as. Me making videos in my room at 1 a.m. This is just me, like, every moment I'm like alone. I don't have a headphone in or anything. I'm not listening to anything. I'm just like having conversations with myself. Thinking about, you know, conversations I probably won't have in the future, but think that I might. Discussions of things. Topics that I forget shortly after.
It's okay, folks. So, how's it going? Yeah. Alright. Yeah. You live in the hood, right? You live in the street that has the big house and the tall building, right? The one next to the hood gang members, the names kids. Now, just make sure you ain't like them, right? Because you were raised better than that, right? I know your family, I know your parents, I know your dad and mom. They raised you very well. I hope you ain't doing no gun thing, no why ain't this, why ain't that, no gang this, that. I hope you ain't doing none of that. Nah, I ain't hope you ain't doing none of that. Cause you were raised better than that. So, my question is, are you from the hood, yes or no? Are you a gang member, yes or no? You ain't no gang member? Good job. See, I know you were raised better. I will be coming to your house later. I will be hosting a cookout. So yeah, I'll see you later. Alright? Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is basically that one movie with Robin Williams, right? I don't think it's Robin Williams. What's that one movie? Oh, wow. I just started typing and then it was going like literally a letter a second. It's chat. That's not what I meant at all. Sure. God damn it. He's right. I was raised better than this. Yes, he's doing Bear from Cleveland show. Oh god. Oh my god. He just ages faster than everyone else. This movie's pretty fucked up, honestly. Doesn't he like have sex with his teacher or something? Like a grown woman. Has anyone seen that movie? It was like, oh, she's pregnant. We didn't even know she's pregnant. And they had the baby. And the baby, then it's fast forward 10 years and it's Robin Williams. I forgot about that movie too. Flubber is way better. See, I was thinking of his more heart-wrenching stories. Like Patch Adams, but that isn't what I was referencing here either. I realized after I said Robin Williams, it wasn't a Robin Williams movie, but I cannot think of what movie it was, so it doesn't matter. The Jack thing is just too funny. And here's a little sport that I found. Sorry. I don't really get what it is. What is this called? Cricket? Is that what this game usually is called? It's like cricket, but they're playing in this like little valley or something. I don't know, this little like space right here. Playing ball in the crevasse. Cricket. You know, I'd count that as a home run if it was me. You know, I think we need to start inventing new games. That's the thing, is you see a lot of games being played. They play them in different places. Oh, we have like certain rules that are slightly changed, but it's like, come on, there's got to be new things that we can come up with. There's something out there, we're just not thinking of it. You know, people thought, oh, a soccer ball, that's it. Oh, look at that. And then they made a football. They said, oh, you can make it different shapes. We kind of stopped there, though. I feel like there's other things we can make. I don't actually know which balls came first. I'm sure a ball you kick probably came first. As a child, we would play cricket whenever we found the space, but this is next level. This isn't finding the space. This is making the space for cricket. Yeah, no home runs in cricket. Those are called sixes because they're worth 6 points. It's just being too good. See, I think there are no home runs, but like, what if I knock out somebody in the crowd? Is that worth 7 points? No, you just got to keep leveling up from there. Passerbys, someone on a bike, it's extra points. Spike ball came first, duh. Was it the Mayans or the Aztecs that were throwing the balls into the hoop? What were they doing? Were they kicking it? I don't remember. Something like that. Am I missing a video? I don't think I am. So this is Galactivators. We were invited by our super friend Nigel's mom to perform our new song of empowerment called Superhero. It was the power with his lyrics and subliminal mantras to help unlock your superpowers. Stream it on all platforms, link in bio. Our friend is in hospice care due to a traumatic brain injury, and we feel that music has the power to heal. A lot of these places are looking for more volunteers to visit with the patients. A lot of these places are understaffed, and the people who work there are overworked. And not everyone gets to have individual attention. If volunteering for a hospital seems like something you would like to do, we highly recommend it. The people need it. Shout out Galactivators. Check this one. You too could do this for people in hospice care.
Infected through dimensions, open doorways in my brain, and I could feel a star connection producing a higher plane. Visually vision of my mission on a deeper timeline. Picture living hands are giving golden seraphim shine. Cloudy bodies stood around my bed, and then they formed a ball of light with the crown on my head.
This therapy dog's working double time right now.
With your permission, I'll insert this in you like a pharaoh. Count to 3 and then it enters in your bone marrow. I counted down 3, 2, 1, 0, like toss it all around. Now I'm a superhero. S-U-P-E-R-H-E.
I didn't notice this comment. Nigel thinking about pulling his own plug. I might consider it if I was in this spot. You know, this guy on the other side here. He's like, why not draw the blinds? Let me see. I don't get a show. They go one by one. You have to hear it twice, but you only have to endure seeing it once.
Oh, you know who we are. Superhero, that's who we are. S-U-P-E-R-H-E-R-O. You rise like a star. Superhero, rise like a star.
Were they I only saw it for like half a second. Were they watching the whale on the other? There was like a TV for the other person in care, and I swear they were watching the whale. What a terrible movie to put on for someone in hospice care. That just seems like, come on.
Huh?
Anything else? Put on some Marvel. I don't know.
Up or down? Good? All right.
Put on some James Bond or something. I don't know.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. You got a smile?
That's our new.
Please stop. The recording in part is, I didn't get this far in the video when I first looked at it. And this part's too far. Like, they need the approval of him to show, like, he wanted this, see? He wants you, I feel like he wants you to leave.
Song.
Yeah. What do you think? Good new song? Yeah. Woo.
Good job, Galactivators. Keep it up. Like, I agree with the message on some level, but it definitely is just a grift. Just a high level grift. Oh, you're in hospice care? Want to watch a Requiem for a Dream? I'd ask for more sleep meds. I'd be like, please. I'd be like, can we get the morphine drip in, please? Come on. I'm ready. Here's some freeform breakdancing, though. This is what you should be doing instead. If you're going to go into hospice care, like if you're going to go in and, you know, talk to the people, I feel like this is probably a better use of your energy. If you can do this, they'll love it. Then they'll be given 2 thumbs up with the last bit of energy that they have for your Instagram video. I thought it was funny because I think this is a clarinet. This is a clarinet, right? I just thought it was funny because it's clear that he wanted to be done there, but the breakdancer keeps going, so he has to like come back in, and he keeps trying to like call for an out. You can tell there's like a few times when he's like, bro, I'm running out of breath. I can tell you're fine, but like this is too much for me. Okay, man, we get it. It's never ending. Got him with that one. Finally done. Be like, good, we're done now. It was a sax, apparently. Is that just a tiny sax? I just can't see that well. I was like, it sounds like a sax, but it looked like a clarinet. But I guess they'd know better than me, right? I guess so. It's like they're just revving chainsaws outside. What they do all day, every day. Oh no. And now we have some Instagram music. Some Instagram music as always. This is Prote's Got Bars. I'm gonna make it like Stephen King is next is levels, not gonna lie. Not next level, just levels. Hook is classical too. Hook is classical too, G. Keep going. It's the oddest, like, the weirdest way of speaking ever. I don't know. Just the way that was all phrased was super hard to read for me for some reason. The next one is just, this is legit terrible. God damn. But this is hashtag Grime out now. Grime is the next era of music. You just wait and see.
I don't give a shit, cause them man are pricks. I don't give a shit, cause them man are pricks. I'm gonna make it like Stephen King. You know it's only spliffs, I don't fuck with bowling like a bowling pin. I'm a lightweight, I'm rolling thin. I'm up late night on a scrolling ting. And if your wifey wanna come round to the yard, then I'll tell you straight that's a folding ting. You can't hold that ting. I don't give a shit, cause them man are pricks.
It happens sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit. He was just responding to the comments before they even commented.
I don't give a shit.
This must just be his hit.
I don't give a shit. 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 I don't give a shit.
I'm just wondering, is there any other ones?
I'm gonna make it like Stephen King. You know it's only spliffs, I don't fuck with bowling like a bowling pin. I'm a lightweight, I'm rolling thin. I'm up late night on a scrolling ting. If your wifey wanna come round to the yard, then I'll tell you straight that's a folding ting. You can't hold that ting. I don't wanna fight, nah, I don't wanna scrap. I just wanna bill a big spliff round the back. I just wanna fold the wrist around the back. 10-10 freaks and the dick was mad, and it felt even madder from around the back. Bruv, put you on the rhythm on the track. Bruv, you know I'm gonna cook like crack, bruv. And you know I'm never hot like Big Shaq, bruv. Wanna come around and show me that love, but you weren't there like the other Michael Jack, bruv. If it's UK, I don't want that, bud. Just fuck off and don't come back, blood. Man, wanna come around and show me that love, but you weren't there like the other Michael Jack, bruv. If it's UK, I don't want that. Just fuck off and don't come back. I'm gonna make.
Wow, he's sending for the whole of UK. Crazy. What are you gonna do? What man's gonna do?
You ain't deep in the bars, you're just doing up sniff. When you're deep in the bars, man, I'm doing up spliff. And I'm creeping to Mars, and I'm coming on wheels like a freak in the cars. You ain't deep in the bars, you ain't deep in the lyrics. Got a sex of 60 times just like minutes. Fuck your propaganda, fuck your gimmicks. I just wanna bun propaganda till I'm finished. Till you're mad, you ain't deep in the way that I spray. If music didn't exist, I wouldn't exist today.
Honestly, this one wasn't that bad, but this beat is fucking terrible. I'm sorry, this beat is just horrible. I hate that. Like, I was starting to feel the lyrics a little bit. I was like, okay, I can see this flow. It's going somewhere, and then the drop happened.
You've lost the plot if you say yay for the yay. You've lost the plot if you say yay for the K. You've lost the plot if you mix K with a yay. I've lost the plot, but you know that from the shit that I say. My memory's fucked, but I want it to be. So I bun it away with a J. You ain't deep in the bars, you're just doing up sniff. You ain't deep in the bar. I'm gonna make it like Stephen King. You know it's a.
This one's on a different beat. He's reusing these lyrics over and over again. You can't do that. I did like this though.
I don't give a shit, cause them man are pricks. I don't give a shit.
We could just do this forever.
Yo, cause them man are pricks. Put you on the rhythm. I don't give a shit, cause them man are pricks. I don't give a shit.
Go check in with some grime. What do you know?
It's Alfredo Linguini with a bit of melanin. I catch up proteism where you wanna meddle in. You ain't got a car, I saw you peddling, so I'ma get 2 wheels so that I can level him. Imagine the guy from Ratatouille got a tan. Yeah, just look, it's this man. Oi, Ginger, don't take back his wristband, cause you'll probably get viruses and piss on your hands. I'm gonna spit him, lyrically bin him. Why blood? Cause it's probably on the rhythm. Get sent sky blood, cause I'm grotty on the rhythm. You don't wanna try? I'm getting slotty on the rhythm. If you don't know what that is Polish peas. Not Polish, but I still make peas. Chilling with a billing with a chilling with a. You're chilling with the crack spice white and the keys. Look at this guy. Nothing else, just look at him, blood. I know the gal that I'm shook of their blood. Right to be character, I'm still cooking in blood. It's how.
Honestly, that one wasn't that bad. I think mostly he just picks really bad beats. Because that actually wasn't that bad. The flow was decent. Stick to the battles. Diss me next. I'm going to give him a follow. We're going to see where Prote's Got Bars goes next. But we have another one from Late Night Luke. We remember Late Night Luke from his song Toontown, as well as his song I Could Eat. Here, let me give you a little taste of what the other songs were.
Going into Toontown, no, I'll leave with something. Records on my wall, got my turntable bumping. Crate digging through the singles and LPs, and I'm finding every hidden gem. I gotta buy these.
Get that, Late Night Luke. Where's his I Could Eat song?
My stomach is empty, I'm looking for food. Trying to cut down on my eats, the pounds I accrued. I already ate, but you know I could do it again. Checking online, seeing what is still open. 5-layer beef burritos, I'm glad I'm not on ketos. Leftover food I'll veto, you know I could just eat those. Nom, 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 nom. And I have no shame, I go to Taco Bell so much that they all know my name. I could eat, I could eat, I could eat, I could eat, I would, I could eat, it's good. I'll be going downtown just so I can chow down. My stomach is.
Give me that Late Night Loot. You know it. But he dropped this new song in Into Green, Late Night Loot, featuring Beth Abunda, out now. Lower your cortisol, as you can see here. Every time, Instagram. Every time.
Connected, my balance collected, taken from the cracks of life so often overlooked. I lost my way, but I've course corrected. Forgot about my blessings, but now I'm taking a second look. In the green of the grass, sucking fresh air, my demons voices sunlight and walks. I don't fight fair, intrusive thoughts and self-doubt. I will slay them too, with stresses in the present won't be nothing in a day or two. Optimism fills my vision on the bike trail. Nature sounds around me, soundtracking the ride. Wind under my sails, feeling like I can't fail. Patient with my process, it's coming like the tide. I'm the lilies of the field, I'm the moonlight. See me rising like the dawn, I'm the twilight. Blinded for a while, but finally I start to see what's missing from my life, but has always been a part of me. I'm reconnected, my balance collected.
I don't think I'd ever listen to it on my own, but on Instagram, I'll repeat it over and over again.
Taken from the cracks of life so often overlooked. I lost my way, but I've course corrected. Forgot about my blessings, but now I'm taking a second look. In the green of the grass, sucking fresh air, my demons voices sunlight and walks. I don't fight fair, intrusive thoughts and self-doubt. I will slay them too, with stresses in the present won't be nothing in a day or two. Optimism fills my vision on the bike trail. Nature sounds around me, soundtracking the ride. Wind under my sails, feeling like I can't fail. Patient with my process, it's coming like the tide. I'm the lilies of the field, I'm the moonlight. See me rising like the dawn, I'm the twilight. Blinded for a while, but finally I start to see what's missing from my life, but has always been a part of me.
Yes, it has, Late Night Luke. It has always been a part of you. Inside and out. It is a certified another one. One more. Certified one more. But then outside of music, just had a little taste. Everybody was saying, I thought that Ray J was dying. Why was he getting knocked out by Super Hot Fire? I thought he was dying. Exclusive from TMZ. Ray J has been hospitalized after being knocked out by Super Hot Fire. Imagine someone saying this to you in 2011. I don't know how I'd feel. Whoever took these pics, a dickhead. They're not wrong. Whoever took these photos. Honestly, with the way Ray J moves, I wouldn't be surprised if he told somebody to take these photos. New photos of Ray J in the hospital after being knocked out by Super Hot Fire. dazed, confused. Look at him. Couldn't barely handle it. It's sad, really. It's sad. Come on, Ray J. You're the Kim K guy. We know you worked with the family. We know that you worked with them on the release. People have no decency. Does Ray J, though? Does Ray J? Wait, he went to the hospital? I thought he was still up and talking after the match. It might have just been later on, you know. He's like, ugh, I don't feel too good. Let me go get this checked out. Life-threatening condition. You're the former Raycon guy. Get up, Ray J. Come on. You sold all your portion of that company. You are no longer part of Raycon, but think about all the money you still have from it. You've got to get up. It's the only thing worth it. It's the only reason why. I'm never wearing Ray-Bans again. You got to start thinking about it. Every time you see the letters R-A-Y before something, Ray J. Ray J had a part in this. I know it. I low-key have no idea who he is or why he's famous. I just know that apparently he owns Ray-Bans. Or was it Raycon? Does he have a part of Ray-Bans too? I actually didn't know that. Okay, he's just a fan of the brand Ray-Ban. He frequently wears their classic model, like the Ray-Ban New Wayfarer. He even sported them during iconic moments, like his appearance on Brown Sugar and other various internet viral skits. What is? He's a singer and rapper. His famous songs like Wait a Minute, One Wish, off of Irradiation. See, I mostly know Ray J from memes. I do not, off like the Dome, I can't think of any Ray J song. Like, I'm looking at the titles and I cannot recognize any of these. But yes, music. Then he had the sex tape with Kim Kardashian. And then memes and internet culture basically strung him along until now. And then he was like, I'm dying. Please help me. Gavin, it feels like you're avoiding something. What is Ray J most famous for? I don't even, that's the thing is, I don't even think that he necessarily got that much more famous from the sex tape scandal. Cause like, I feel like everybody was like, Ray J? Does he do porn? Like they were like, that was like the thought in everyone's head. They were like, huh? It was more confused than like thinking less of him. Like people thought less of Kim Kardashian. You know, and I don't think you should think less of Kim Kardashian because she has a sex tape. I think you should think less of Kim Kardashian because they orchestrated it as a viral moment with her mother. That part, I think you can think less of her for. Kim definitely got more famous from. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the thing he's most memorable for. Nobody just goes, the Raycon guy. Unless you forgot about that, I guess. What was he famous for? Well, that's what I'm saying is it's not like that's what started it. The sex tape wasn't the first thing, but the reason that he was picked, that he was the one that was chosen for this viral moment, was because he was already like a somewhat well-known celebrity that was probably small enough to be able to to be willing to do it. She made a sex tape. Her mom made copies of it. Business mogul moves. Well, and I've heard from what Ray J said, from what I've heard Ray J say, it sounds like she had a bit more of like a hand in the conversation leading up to it too. Just having this image up while we talk about this is just great too. Rest Ray J. You need it. Everything's gonna be all right. And I think he also pulled a gun on his wife or GF on stream. What? Ray J is the guy that played poker with Ethan. Ethan also called his fiance now? I guess they're engaged, probably. Ethan called her a prostitute. Yikes. Big yikes. Not in a derogatory way. In an actually inquisitive manner. Which I don't know if that's better or worse, to be completely honest. I do remember, sorry, I'm like coughing as if I'm trying to cover up, but I'm actually just coughing. I remember in the moment, people were like, Ethan said she looked like a prostitute, she might be a prostitute. That wasn't an insult to her. That was an insult to Ray J. And it's like, I don't know. You might be calling Ray J like the type of guy to hire sex workers or something, but I think that in itself is probably saying that you think less of sex workers in some regard, no? But I digress. Ray J's in the hospital. Do better, buddy. Sending you flowers, but you won't see that I sent them.
We are back with
I think it's fair to ask, because who would date Ray J after his scandals? See, I think, honestly, the better question wouldn't have been like, prostitute, question mark? Sex worker, question mark? It would have been, green card, question mark? There we go. Now that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, it's definitely insulting. He pulled a gun on his former wife, Princess Love, about 6 months ago. I was expecting this to be like, back in 2011. Like, this is 6 months ago. I'm assuming she just didn't decide to press charges, because I feel like that's something you'd get arrested, like you'd get like put away for, at least for a short period of time, no? And it was with his child too. His child was present during this. All I can say is Ray J is the type of dude to hold his wife and child at gunpoint. Like, that is absolutely insane, but I'm also not necessarily that surprised. I'm also not that surprised that he would bounce back from that. Immediately get engaged again. Doing poker, getting drunk. Look out. Now I feel even worse about what Ethan said about that woman. Who knows what she's having to face now? Ethan is done with CPT. I don't know if it's up to him at this point, but we can all say that. He sounds like a real winner. Yeah. I mean, I guess he deserved getting knocked out by Super Hot Fire. Shout out Super Hot Fire? Is that what we're learning in all of this? Yeah, what woman would be with a guy like that, especially such publicly facing people? That's why I'm saying, I don't know, green card maybe? It's a possibility. She might already have her green card. I think that was like one of the things they talked about. Speculation on top of speculation. But here's a little something from Harley Morenstein. We have Harley Morenstein here. The first time Harley was on the podcast.
Harley Morenstein. First of all, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here.
This hair is very, like, porcupine. Not a good look, I will say. It's like he's going for Viking, and it's like more chud.
One of the most, yes, you were probably the first person that I watched on YouTube before I even dreamed about having a YouTube channel. I mean, you're YouTube royalty. And so it's really weird to have come to the point where I can sit at a table with you and do a podcast.
That means a lot. Sometimes I don't know if I'm like, am I like Nic Cage of YouTube? Where it's like, yo, this guy, everyone knows this guy, everyone loves this guy. What's the last movie box office? How to do? Oh, okay. But you know what? He's going to get another chance. We'll do another one with him because he's been that solid.
My brother.
We are back.
Let's see what
my
this
brother
one is.
and smoke some bud in my truck. I'm not even paying attention. I'm taking my son to school. I'm not smoking nothing. I get pulled out.
Okay, this is too long. Never mind. I was going to indulge in the scroll, in the doom scrolling, but it's 3 minutes, so we're not doing that. But I will say, it's funny because Harley is both right about himself, but also Nicolas Cage. Because Nic Cage is getting that new Spider Noir show. Anybody gonna watch that? New Spider Noir with Nic Cage in both black and white and what's it called? Yeah. What is it? Is it Technicolor? What is it? True hue full color. That's it. Authentic black and white and true hue full color. I feel like the true hue would probably be the best way to watch it, just because I imagine they're gonna have very intentional color choices. But Nic Cage is getting this, and Harley got H3 After Dark. I never watched Harley before he came on the pod. I think here, let's do a comparison. So H3 Productions versus Epic Meal Time. Begin. Vape Nash. No, sorry, I'm actually scrolling right now trying to find this. I was gonna try it, hit a little freestyle for you, but that's a no. H3 Production. See, look it. So H3 Productions, the biggest video Ethan has ever had, it's Vape Nash. Vape Nation, 29 million views 10 years ago. Compared to Epic Mealtime, 15 years ago, had 39 million views on fast food lasagna. A classic, truly. This was them in their prime. 19 million, 15 million, 12 million, 11 million, 10 million, 9 million, 9 million, 9 million. And you see, it matches Ethan's career pretty much toe to toe, except for that main video. So I'd say they were on very similar scales. But the thing is Harley is much older on the YouTube platform, so these numbers meant more. No, but in reality, it was just like he was definitely pushed a lot more in YouTube spaces because he was such a big creator at the time. He was at the time when people weren't getting those like scale of views, I feel. And it was an interesting niche that was both like raunchy enough to like pull in it was like both brand friendly while also being like a bit alternative to be able to draw in both audience bases, which was kind of nice too. The third Into the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out in June 2024. The last movie ended on a cliffhanger. What are they doing? Producing a spin-off show whilst keeping the cliffhanger ending on ice is criminal. I assume the spin-off show is probably not going to have much relation to Into the Spider-Verse, unless that's what they've been waiting for. They're like, we're going to get this movie to go, and then or we're going to get this show started, and then we're going to be like, new movie coming out soon. Watch the show first so you know what's happening. I'd assume it'd just be like another story arc from the comics. Yeah, Harley was too early on YouTube to get paid well. That's why he had this haircut.
We'll do another one with him because he's been that solid.
My bro couldn't get a touch up. Here, we'll watch this now. Let's see. I sell bail bonds. Then I got arrested for half a blunt. Nice.
Brother, and smoke some bud in my truck. I'm not even paying attention. I'm taking my son to school. I'm not smoking nothing. I get pulled out. The man says, hey, what is this strong aroma of marijuana in your truck? I said, I don't know about strong, but it's the little half of blunt is right there in the thing. My brother had my truck. So the man run my shit. It come up with my background. My son's in the car. The officer was gracious enough to let my wife come pick my son up because he didn't want to put me in handcuffs in front of my son. As soon as my son was gone, then they did the shit, and I'm in the back. This how sarcastic I was. At the time, I want y'all to know this, at the time, I am the spokesperson for a bail bonds company called Midtown Bail Bonds. And the slogan is, Midtown Bail Bonds, if you go to jail, we'll get you out. Now, I'm arrested. Ain't nowhere in the world I think I'm finna be in this shit all day. They're gonna get me out. I say, sir, in Harris County, you can have 4 ounces of marijuana on your personal possession. He say, but not in Missouri County. It's a street over. It's 1 street over. I say, sir, are you really taking me to jail for half a blunt that I was not smoking? He said, yes. I said, man, this shit is ridiculous, Al. I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The first time
boring. All I hear is
I was ever locked up, I was locked up for 5 kilos of dope.
Come on, man. We get it. We get it.
And me. That's it. And I'm walking like this. I say, man, I'm cool. Don't nobody know me in here. It's all white boys. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm walking, and the white boys, he be on the window. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I'm still saying, like, he ain't talking to me. He don't know me. Boom, 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 boom. From this is not happening. I said, yeah. And this is not happening. Get the fuck out.
I guess there was a joke in there somewhere. The resolution was taking too long. So we have a couple, am I overreacting, that I have to share. So these are, am I overreacting on Reddit? Am I overreacting? My high-functioning autistic boyfriend has become fixated with Aboriginal Australians, and I'm considering breaking up with him because it's becoming too weird. So I think that on its own, it's like I need more information. Is it strange? Yes, very, very peculiar. But I'm still just, I'd say confused more than anything. But here, let's see. We've been dating for 2.5 years. He has these periods where he becomes obsessed with a niche topic. Right now, it's Aboriginal Australians. It wouldn't normally be a big deal, but I feel he's taking it too far this time. He purchased a boomerang off Amazon, but he said it wasn't authentically crafted. So now he's carving his own out of wood. His search history on his phone is bordering on racist with search like, when did Aboriginals become human? And he keeps calling me his cute little Aboriginal girlfriend. Neither I nor him are of Aboriginal descent, to be clear. We got into a fight over all this, and I don't know what to do. So here's the thing. This one question is very strange. But I think I'd be willing to pass this off as not necessarily racist and falling under the category of high-functioning autistic. When did Aboriginals become human? Maybe the phrasing's wrong. I read this. It's a weird one. It's a very weird. I don't know. Because I think that they didn't really give us too much information, and I think the problem is this: is you need to explain his previous obsessions. Because being interested in a people isn't necessarily that weird or wrong. It's just about the ways in which you do it, and something like this could just be a ill-informed question. I don't know. I don't think if it's racism if he's learning it. We'd need a follow-up. It'd be, when did Aboriginals become human? And then it's like the follow-up question on his Google search query is, but are they really humans though? It's a one follow-up. It's like, Yeah, it's like a child pointing at someone with burns, like, what happened to them? You know, this was interesting. I learned about this recently. What are they? An actual prehistoric, like pre-human species. This one. Homo floresiensis, or the Flores man. They were estimated to be like 3 feet tall, I think. There's the comparison to Homo sapien. They're like 3.5 feet tall on average, and they're it was theorized that it's probably due to some type of like island dwarfism, because when different animal species are confined to islands, they either become giant or they become smaller. The two ends. I think all this, and that's the thing, is I think all this type of stuff is interesting. It's an interesting conversation to have, but again, I guess I would need more information on this to figure out if he's truly just being a weird bigot, or if he's just a weird researcher. Search his Claude real quick, yeah. See if he's debating AI. That would really tell you. Yeah, it kind of sounds like this boyfriend is interested in anthropology, but a bit misguided. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm taking away too. I don't think it's too bad. I just thought this was really, just everything about this whole thing is so odd. Just the framing of from the beginning to end. Am I overreacting? My high-functioning autistic boyfriend has become fixated on Aboriginal Australians, and I'm considering breaking up with him because it's becoming too weird. And then ending it off. We got into a fight over all this, and I don't know what to do. How do you get into a fight about this? That's racist. No, it's not. I don't know where you go from there. Because, like, is it kind of racist? Yeah. Is it intentionally him trying to be racist? I don't know about that. The dietary caloric intake needs to be less food, since food is more scarce, I believe. Yes. If you're talking about the dwarfism thing, yeah, I think so. It's because, like, usually, yeah, it's like they're feeding off of other things that are also smaller. Yeah, calling her his Aboriginal girlfriend is a little weirder than the "are they human" search. You know what? I think I'm maybe overlooking this too much. Maybe that is the weirdest part. My cute little Aboriginal girlfriend. Neither I nor him are of Aboriginal descent. Here's the one question I'd have then. Are you like is it like an interracial relationship? Because then I'd say he's probably being racist. Because if you are like a darker person and that's why he's saying this, then yeah, he might be being racist. Insular dwarfism, thank you, that's what it's called. What's the gigantism? Because doesn't that also happen? Because I think there's both, right? Like on islands, for some reason, both happens. Very bizarre. The last part is weird AF, yeah. Well, wait till he gets into Black history. His nicknames for her are going to be Diabolica, yeah. That could be worse. It's all of a sudden he's into like, he's like, no, you don't understand. I'm just really interested in the Jim Crow South. You don't understand. This stuff's really fucked up, but like, he's just watching like minstrel shows. It's history. But yeah, this was just a weird post that I wanted to share. Every so often I see weird posts on Instagram or on Reddit, and it's like I need to just put them out there. I saw another one that was crazy. That was about a couple that had a threesome, and it was basically the one person confiding in Reddit that they were forced into this threesome and they didn't want to have it, and crazy stuff. He orders a racist doll and then has to make his own because it's not racist enough. So yeah, that's exactly the point. He's like, once he gets into something else, yeah, it's not going to be a boomerang. He's going to be like, you don't understand. I'm just interested in different types of knots. Nothing odd about it at all. Yeah, you can maybe give him grace on the search that he was trying to search something like, when did Aboriginal people in Australia get recognized as citizens? But the other part is a boundary issue, definitely. And I think, again, it's like, this is a boundary issue. And if you are in an interracial relationship, then I would say that he's definitely being racist. And then, yeah, this, I think, is just a confusion of some sort, which is either, yeah, talking about citizenship or could be talking about, like, the period of evolution in Australia or something, which would be a very odd question to be asking. But that could also be, like, I suppose could be it. Yeah, it does kind of sound like he thinks Aboriginal people aren't Homo sapiens like the rest of us. But it's not that. It's not that he thinks that they're not Homo sapiens, but that they became Homo sapiens in some regard, which is why I'm thinking it's some kind of confusion for sure. That's probably the part they fought about. Yeah, getting called an Aboriginal girlfriend is probably the part they fought about. Maybe. You're just my cute little Aboriginal girlfriend. Yeah, I think even if you just put in any other group, you're my cute little Chinese girlfriend. I think we might need to start looking in the mirror. A bit odd, but take that for what you will. We won't do a poll on it. Think about this in your daily life. Go to one of your coworkers and be like, how do you feel about Aboriginal Australians? They'll look at you confused, I'm sure of it. And here's another one. This one's from r/off my chest. This one honestly had me a bit distraught, a bit just not even distraught in like this is like a distressing story. I was just like cringing the entire time because of this person's thought process. Again, it's not even the story itself. It's just me getting into the psyche of this person. My cat accidentally saw me have kinky sex with my boyfriend and is acting weird now. Hi, I'm 21, non-binary, and my boyfriend, 27, male, were having sex without a condom because I recently got on birth control. I mean, we didn't need to know that part, I guess. With or without a condom, it's not really our information to know. Edit. This part might contain sexual details that you might want to skip. So, caution moving forward. This alone, I think, was already too much information that we didn't need to know, but I continue. This isn't me. I just made this sound like this is my post. I am not Main Relief. Oh no. Now it sounded, here, this is their real name. a male, but they're on birth control. A male? It is me. Wait. This is just a burner. It doesn't help my case when they did this on a burner too. Yes, it is me. I am recently on birth control. But let's continue. It was very good, and I got folded in so many ways that I didn't know were even possible. I'm quite kinky, so I like to be choked, spanked, and grabbed in a way that leaves me with bruises, and he was very motivated to make me enjoy it. However, after he finished inside me, we heard a sad little meow coming from under the bed. End of the part with too much information. I was so horrified that I immediately covered up and opened the bedroom door so she could escape. She's just 2 years old and had to see and hear that. Probably heard that before because I'm sometimes a bit loud. The poor thing ran out and ignored us for the rest of the day. Since then, she's been excessively grooming me whenever my boyfriend is at work, and has been extremely cuddly. Today, she woke me up by sucking on my ears. What the fuck? She's never done this. She's never done anything like that before. And also, she's been starting to steal my socks whenever they're not in the drawer and carrying them around the apartment. At least today. That was weird. She doesn't leave me alone at all anymore, and I'm afraid she might be thinking that my BF was abusing me, constantly sitting either in front of me or next to me. I can't even go to the toilet without her going batshit crazy and yelling like a maniac when she's not in the room with me. I really don't know what to do to help her because she seems tense and wary every time she's not in the room with me, and she's also avoiding my boyfriend. What have I come back to? Just a little sad story. What do you think? They're not even asking for help or anything. They're genuinely just like, I don't know what to do. My cat's life is ruined. Yeah, it was all the dirty talk. The cat's just on it. It's like, no. I thought we were both spayed. What's happened? I thought we were in this together. But nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes I just like to do a little bit of a dramatic reading. It's like a creepypasta, but worse somehow. Thank you so much. Remember to like the stream if you enjoyed that. But now we continue on to some streamer stuff. I literally have nothing else to say from that. I just thought that was like, I don't know if they're asking for advice, if they're asking for like some kind of consoling. I don't know. Captain, why did you include this? And I don't know. Sometimes I just had to. You know, it's I'm telling you. Sometimes I'm scrolling on Reddit trying to find news, trying to find topics, and I'm bombarded with a story like that. I cannot bear this burden alone. I must hand it off to all of you. And I thank you for carrying this weight with me. But we continue to streamer MetaMatt experiencing brake failure while driving. And honestly, I've always thought about this. What do you do in this scenario? And I think he handled this masterfully. I don't know who this person is. He's on Kick, so the only good kicker that I know is Jimskin. So it's always a bit of an asterisk when you give them a positive review during a Kick stream, but I'd say that he probably should have gotten his brakes checked before this so that this didn't happen on stream. Watch the reel I sent you. Didn't I? I thought I included it. Oh wait, it didn't add it. Oh, it must have been because I closed that. Here, I wasn't gonna play the one you sent me specifically. I was gonna show one of his other songs, so I'll play it after this. But we have another piece of Instagram music. Sorry. A distraction. You're distracting me. Sorry, didn't mean to derail. It's all good. I did mean to show that, so thank you for reminding me. I was like, I thought we had more Instagram music. That's why I added it to the title. But you've reminded me why. But yes, this is MetaMatt crashing his car, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Hang on. Did you see the PDF I sent you?
No. So this has always been my thought. How do you handle this?
Hang on. Damn it, man.
You gotta just try and make the turn.
Hang on.
He immediately got rear-ended. But it did seem like he was then able to stop. He's so lucky that he didn't flip the car. Like, actually insanely lucky. And I see more and more of these, like, every week. You just see more and more, like, Twitch streamers or Kick streamers crashing or being involved in some type of accident. And it's just like, I don't know if this is, like, a good meta. Sorry, MetaMatt. This is not a good meta for you.
Hang on.
Handled it as best as he could, but I guess maybe not, because I guess handling it as best you could is dealing with the brakes before they have this happen. It's good he wasn't speeding. He had a lot of time to anticipate it, because he started saying what he said right here.
Hang on.
He said hang on, and then he starts doing this like wobble back and forth, and I think that's to try and, like, you know, lose a little bit of the speed.
_is. Did you see the PDF I sent you?
No, but this is gonna be really bad. Hang on.
And this is the smartest thing to do. Think about the insurance claim. Rear end any of these people, run the red light, get T-boned, that's your fault. But
damn it, man. Hang on.
Hey man, why'd you rear end me? I was making a legal turn on right. Could have honked to alert people or tugging on the handbrake. Yeah, that's the one thing. The handbrake and the honking. Didn't do either of those, but yeah, the panicking I'm sure was what actually caused everything. I've luckily never had brakes fail on me. The only thing I've had like this was the last time I ever drove. My first car that my parents ever gave me was the family car. It was a Chevy Trailblazer. And the Chevy Trailblazer had a lot of problems. And towards the end of its life, I was kind of just going like whatever. And I was at a red light sitting with my foot fully on the brake. I was fully braked. I think I've told this story before. And for no reason, I don't know why this happened. My foot was fully on the brake, and then the car like jolted forward. It was like the I don't even know. It was just like the RPMs just all of a sudden rose, and the car tried to accelerate, but since my foot was on the brake, it just did like a little and like lurched forward a little bit. And I was just like, what? So then I drove home, and then I ended up selling it like shortly after for parts. It was like, I got like $300 or whatever, just doing the scrapping it. And it is what it is sometimes. Rather do that than die. But here's some more Instagram music real quick. This is my favorite from BoDaddyHarris. Who knows about BoDaddyHarris? I want you to be my lady. I know I'm swinging for the fences and everything. I want you to be my ride or die. I know I'm swinging for the fences and everything. It's so deep, the lyricism. My brakes once stopped working on the highway. Almost died. Yeah, I imagine it's probably more common than I'm thinking. Because I guess for your brakes to fully fail, it isn't always just the, you know, it isn't just the driver's fault. You could just have a full mechanical failure. And then you're just kind of like, And sometimes you take them into the shop and they'll be like, we'll put on new pads. Oh, you're fine. What do you do when the car is all buttons? I don't even have a handbrake. Your e-brake is just a button? I guess start spamming that. And you jump out last second. Hope for the best.
I want you to be my lady. I know I'm swaying my vengeance in everything. I want you to be my red on day. I know I'm swinging for the vengeance in everything. I want you to be my lady. I know I'm swaying my vengeance in everything.
BoDaddyHarris. Another one up next.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. 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 Here we are, baby girl. What you gotta say now? Bo Daddy, baby. Here we are, baby girl. What you gotta say now?
This is James Earl Jones reincarnated. His spirit took over BoDaddyHarris.
Every girl crazy about a shot that's me.
Happy birthday, big daddy, big BoDaddyHarris. That's what I'm gonna call him. I couldn't think of a way to make that work right. Big Daddy Harris also works, I guess. Louisiana's finest. Truly.
Hey baby, I'm gonna get freaky with you. I know you won't get freaky with me. I won't give you that BDD. I know you been wanting that for while. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah.
Ooh, he's getting it. He's getting it.
I want you to be me.
You see how he's kind of come up though? This is the past. But what he's creating now is true art.
I want you to be me. I know what.
He's got a 2026 tour. Dates are not set because he's booking for the tour. So hit him up. Hit him up so that he can come to a city near you. This was dropped 4 hours ago. Just saying, you might want to look into it. And look who follows him. Our man Avery. A knower. A knower. Someone who knows knowledge of ball.
Show planned.
I feel like our Reels feeds are very similar. I'm going to send you this this shit more get ready, hey, send it my way. I'm ready. I'm always ready to see it. Oh, we have a title now? Oh, the Reckless Ben, the Pokemon situation. What was, or the Pokemon, the Lego situation. Sorry, I've got too many fandoms on my mind. Bricks and something. Scammers. Big news. Kind of surprising for the show, I'm going to be honest. But yes, that is something. I guess I can put up the poll now. They're supposed to start at 11:30. That's 32 minutes away. Technically, the start time is supposed to be 11. Dan said it himself. So anything past that is late. But we're going to start the poll in consideration of 11:30. So I'm going to put that poll up. And let's see Banks ending his stream because he only had 2,000 live viewers when he was previously getting 30,000. And I mean, he's doing once a week, so I don't know what he was expecting. People were coming for the novelty at first, but it's definitely dropped off.
And the people that see it appreciate you. I mainly just wanted to go live to just hold myself accountable and live up to what I promised you guys, which is I'm going to be live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Didn't have to go live. We don't have a show planned. They all told me we're good. Don't worry about it. We'll go live next Thursday. And I said, no, you know what? I want to show up to the set. I want to go live. So for anybody who's been tuning in or supporting the show, supporting me, supporting the stream, I appreciate you. Just know how much I appreciate you. Follow the Twitter and let me know. Yeah. Sorry for the short stream. I just really wanted to spark up just to show you guys that I'm here and showing up. So yeah, with that being said, we'll be live for probably 4 or 5 hours next.
4 or 5 hours next week, I'm assuming is what he's saying. But really, it's like 4 or 5 minutes. Depending. It's all depending. Eel pit with PewDiePie whilst Moses cooks. Oh, I think you figured it out. You've cracked the code. But yes, that was just a little thing from Blanks, a little update. Oh, I forgot. I didn't look at this all the way through. I guess we'll watch this full clip. I forgot to watch this to see if there's actual relevance here, so I don't know if this clip's just going to be a bunch of nothing. It's 12 minutes of Frogan and Noah Samson. No! But suddenly, a wild Frogan appears. Frogan finally showed up on day 6 of Noah Samson's 4-day live stream. Interesting. She begins by setting the record straight on some recent rumors. Then they have a meandering conversation about her personal history, the state of live streaming, the long digression about the brand, a long digression about the band Big Time Rush, the process of finding an attorney, and some deeply ironic complaints about how difficult it is to have an army of trolls monitoring everything they say to take their words out of context, harass, and defame them. Frogan closes by asking the audience to donate to Noah and reminds them that her lawsuit is still ongoing. She's living in cloud cuckoo land. I do think, like I said, I think that literally she could just be arguing. The judge hasn't come to a decision yet, though. I'm just wondering if she's going to start like coming down hard on her lawyer. My lawyer didn't tell me any of this. Captain, I'm tired. Can you do some ASMR? Hello, welcome back to ASMR with Captain Quasar. We're going to do a little tapping on the mic. Some light snapping. And we'll do a little bit of vocal fry. Infinite bliss. That was to calm down, lower everybody's cortisol levels. Take it away, Frogan and Noah.
You know, I usually don't address like trolls or anything, But people were like reporting on the fact that I didn't come on your stream the other day, saying I was like in hiding. I'm like, girl, we're tired out here. Not even me, you and I.
Yeah.
We're fucking tired out here. It's crazy. And I made a joke yesterday. I said the internet made me increase my antidepressant dose, and everyone's tweeting about it. And I'm like, damn, like I can't even be a jokester nowadays. Like I gotta be all serious and shit.
Yeah, self-deprecation, when people literally want you to die every second of their lives and that's like what they focus on, is hard to do, because then if you do it, they're like, yeah, there it is. We wanted that.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, I forgot.
I don't think you understand what self-deprecation is.
God, a lot of them do want that. That's annoying.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's like, I mean, yeah, if you go, I'm really stupid, and then somebody goes, yeah, you are really stupid. I guess that does make you feel bad, doesn't it? These are very deep conversations.
I started streaming when I was in grad school, as like a hobby, and it saved. I used to have really bad social anxiety, like public speaking. I couldn't do it. But by the time I got to like presenting my master's thesis, like streaming Halo saved me, and I was like able to present.
I mean,
and it was, like,
what's that like growth as a streamer? Like, why is it so difficult, and why is it different than YouTube?
I feel like with streaming, it's a lot of like, it's not about like what you know, it's about who you know. And I feel like people are gonna hate that answer.
Like me, I know Alex the Fiction. That's why I'm heading to the top.
But at the end of the day, like who you collab with, connections you have, whoever puts you on, like if they're like, let's say Kai Cenat is putting you on, like if you're entertaining enough, you're going to maintain an audience, you know?
If this is literally your view on streaming, on content creation, you are going to go nowhere. If you truly believe that you have to be like, because collaborations can help, but so can just making extremely strong content that, you know, drives viewer retention up, and like, you know, like there's methodology to actually creating good content that isn't just collaborate with someone bigger than you and then quote unquote be good at streaming to retain that audience. That just doesn't make any sense.
So it's like even if you get the raids, you're not necessarily going to build an audience. You have to like, I guess like your personality and your content has to like pull them in, you know? But I also think right now, especially, growth with streaming is hard because, you know,
Streaming is for sure about who you know. I don't know how random people make it without shout outs. I know all about streaming. Well, I see, I think in theory, it's like I think that it'll help get your name out there, but I don't think it'll actually help with viewership. I think that you would actually need to be a good like streamer on your own to be able to get any type of viewership, because it'll get your name out there, but like, and it's also like appealing to an audience. I'd say that's more of the thing, is appealing to a niche. It's not necessarily who you know, it's about knowing your audience. Because like Lus was talking about this, that, you know, people want to see him talk about denims, people want to see him talk about this type of stuff. It's just what pushes the audience engagement. And it's the same thing that Denims does, it's the same thing that Frogan does, because they know that that's how they can make some money. And then the whole like issue with that is that it doesn't always need to be this negative like feedback loop. You can create positive content or feed into niches that are more like interest based. Like you could figure out ways to actually create fun, interesting content that isn't just based on like a creator, but is based on the niche that that creator focuses in. Because I don't know, like, because that's the reason I like H3 and that I like doing this style of stream, because we talk about a lot of H3 related or tangential topics, but then also I can share funny Instagram posts or funny music videos, you know, interesting things from the internet, because that's also in a way tangential to the H3 podcast. And that's how I also have instances of like showing things here that they end up showing later on the podcast, just because of like algorithms and stuff. But yeah, I think it's more about the niches than it is about the individuals. And sometimes those niches are as simple as, I can't think of what they're called now. Just chatting streams. It's like that is a niche. And I think that niche is probably the one that is more driven by collaborations and stuff. It's so trippy to watch old Ethan, Hasan, and Frogan collabs like the Chad Vice they did. No one there knows what is coming. What? Now I'm like, did my brain filter this out?
So you're
Oh, I do not remember this at all. Chad Vice. Giving some Chad Vice.
The steps of rationalizing like what the problem was with herpes in general. So since then, I think I have a very like open-minded approach to this, and I think you'll understand where I'm coming from, especially as someone with herpes, right?
Does Hasan have herpes? Is that what he just said? Hasan has herpes confirmed.
First of all,
you have herpes?
I did not, but I went through the rationalization process to be like, what if I have it? Like, what if I have it? Like, what is the big problem with it? What I came to the conclusion was that the stigma associated with it exclusively revolves around the fact that it's a sexually transmitted disease. Because ultimately, you see it all the time. People call it cold sores, right? Like,
yeah, it's herpes type 1.
That's herpes. I've had herpes in the sense that I've had shingles. That's herpes.
Damn. Hasan really knows about his STDs. I didn't know shingles was a type of herpes. Apparently it is. Its medical name is herpes zoster. Herpes king. I knew herpes 1, like cold sores, like everybody has, like not everybody, but a large percentage of people have herpes type 1 within them. I forget what the scientific terminology is, but everybody, like a large majority of people have it, but it just doesn't express itself in symptoms very often, and it does through things like cold sores at times. Yeah, 70 to 80%. Hasan is an S-tier sex haver. Didn't you know, Captain? He's an S-tier spreader. The S stands for spreader.
Pandemic is over. It's not over, but like, you know, there's no lockdowns. You don't have to stay inside. You can see your friends. And a lot of people thrived in the streaming environment because
sorry, back we're on a complete tangent there, talking about herpes and Hasan and Chad Vice because Frogan hosted that. But yes, we did not see where this was going. Sorry. I'm just realizing how big of a tangent we just went on. Talking about shingles, talking about chicken pox. That didn't come up, but it could have.
you have to like, I guess like your personality and your content has to like pull them in, you know? But I also think right now, especially, growth with streaming is hard because, you know, the pandemic is over. It's not over, but like, you know, there's no lockdowns. You don't have to stay inside. You can see your friends. And a lot of people thrived in this.
People aren't forced to watch me anymore.
streaming with the streaming environment because everybody was at home. They got the social connection from these people, and you become a part of these people.
These two are so devoid of charisma. We started learning about shingles as a distraction. I mean, we were only like a minute in too. But the interesting part is Frogan has like a million times more charisma than Noah or iDubbbz. When it was Noah and iDubbbz, it was literally something you could fall asleep to. At least Frogan is keeping the conversation going. She's trying to here. She doesn't do it all the time, but she's trying here.
Schedules. Now that like it doesn't really exist anymore, and like people don't give a fuck about like people's health, people are gonna go outside. Like
I've never thought about it that way, but it is literally like our opposition is going outside. That is direct.
Yeah.
Like
wow. See, I think I've talked about this with Frogan before, and I think that it probably applies to Noah Samson as well. And I think that it's a good thing to think about. That if you view your content as that, our true opposition is going outside. Touching grass is our opposition. What type of content are you attempting to create? Because there's different types of content that you can make. And if you truly just see it as an alternative to going outside, to going and looking at the sky and watching clouds drift by, like, then yes, you are making worthless content, and maybe you are like, maybe that is your true opposition. I don't know. But like, you can be making like educational, informational content. That's one thing. Or you could be making like escapism content, which, yeah, you might consider that an alternative to just going outside and looking at the sky. But I do think it helps, at least in some way, for people that aren't necessarily as good at like meditation or clearing their own thoughts, to just be able to have something else basically go through their ears, go in one ear out the other, not necessarily have to think about it too deeply. But like, I don't know, I feel like those two things are at least in some way valuable. But if you just truly see it as an alternative to going and looking at clouds, going and playing I Spy in nature somewhere, I don't know, going downtown and doing some parkour, that would be more fun than watching any of this, to be fair.
We had them trapped in their rooms, made them watch us, and then now they're starting to leave, and this is very, very bad for us, but very good for everyone else, I feel.
Bro, why does the whole gang exude cartoon supervillains? Noah, Frogan, Denham's, Casey, Mike Frompier. It's like the evil Justice League. It's the Legion of Dumb.
Growth is probably also hard when a crazy man. I mean, listen. Growth is hard when you don't want to drama bait your life either. Growth is hard when you're a personal person.
If you want, look in the camera.
And also, this is gonna sound really bad, but
What
like,
is up,
I
guys?
this
It's
video.
Frogan here to talk about James Charles.
What's going on, everybody? Oh, James Charles.
Is that
oh
the
my
guy's
God.
name?
Like, is Noah trying to be nonchalant? Because that was terrible. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Frogan. We're here to talk about James Charles. Like, if you're gonna do a joking impression, at least put some energy into it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Frogan here. You gotta do something with it. Turn it into something. Show us your best Frogan impression.
God.
Big
No,
Time
James
Rush.
Maslow. Oh. Guys, no. Hell no, bro. We're not doing any tier lists. I'm not getting canceled. No tier list. Kendall really doesn't need to be doing Big Time Rush nostalgia tours. That's what I'm saying. Kendall's my favorite. Okay? He is the best member of Big Time Rush. He's been silent about Palestine, which makes me so mad. Transparently, this will make me sound batshit crazy. We're moots on Twitter. I DM'd him. I'm like, listen, you should be ashamed of your fucking self. You're just sitting there quiet while your band members doing propaganda. I'm not blocked. He didn't block me.
He didn't read it. He literally didn't look at it.
Wait, you were blocked?
Dude, like, huh?
Oh, you're not blocked.
Oh, he still follows me.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he still follows me. A few of them. You're still an emo kid? True. I am. I'm an emo kid at heart.
I was a big emo kid. One of my favorite bands, Big Time Rush.
I just don't look it anymore. I used to work at Hot Topic growing up. Fun fact.
Oh yeah.
What are your goals for the live stream? Can I see them?
Goals, money wise. I originally was like, if we get to 500K, like I have to do the bike ride, but also a bike ride would probably garner so many more donations if I just streamed riding the bike. But ultimately, I don't care enough to do all that.
What about the donations you could be making to Palestine? You don't care? Is like, this is why adding that little like additional statement, like a few additional statements into the GoFundMe, it's just like, bro, everything you say now is just going to sound so horrible when you say dumb things like this. Yeah, I could probably raise more money for the GoFundMe if I just did the bike ride anyways, but like, I already made $100,000. Like, who gives a shit? Who fucking cares, bro? Like, what? I could be raising more money for Palestine? Ooh. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's literally the energy he's giving.
And yeah, we didn't hit the goal, so now I don't have to bike. But
we didn't hit the goal, now I don't have to. No, it's not a big deal.
Last question I had, you I don't know if it's weird to ask about it, but you've been looks maxing lately?
Me?
Street saying?
Yeah. I have
Brain smashing, actually.
I've been looks maxing. So I've been on a weight loss journey for years at this point. 2024, I lost about 60 pounds.
Dang.
And then when the lawsuit came around, I gained some of it back.
Right.
But then at the beginning of the year, I locked the fuck in, and now I'm 90 pounds down total. But I've been going to the gym. I do my walks. I've started weightlifting.
Do you have like a crazy PC build for streaming and gaming?
No. I used to have a cracked out PC, but when I moved to LA, it broke. UPS broke it.
No.
But Hasan kindly got me a new PC last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be rude, but like, yeah, 60 pounds. She said she gained some of it back. She doesn't look that different. Maybe she did. But it could also just be like, maybe we don't notice it as much because she's wearing the hijab. So like, you know, she could carry it like in her neck and stuff like that.
I can already see and hear the clippers now. It's like, oh, my friend helped me out. My friend helped me out. Sorry. And at the end of the day, chat, like, I low-key wouldn't even engage with those people because no matter what you say or do, no matter what Noah and I do.
What are these sounds that keep happening? I heard a Windows sound before.
There's no winning in our scenario with these people. There's no amount of defense. There's no amount of, like, fighting you could do to change their mind. They're all dead set in their ways. They have this agenda to try to, like, turn us into, like, lol cows. It's not going to happen. So in my head, I'm just like, don't even respond to them, you know?
Was this how his whole stream was, or is this just someone's recording of it is all like messed up like this? Because like it's super janky.
Was, you know, think about like TV. You're live for like 6 to 8 hours a day. Like obviously at some point in time, you're going to say something stupid, you know? And you're held to these like...
Why does Noah look like he's homeless in the 2000s? I was going to say he has this weird thing where he can't express any emotion other than like anger. Like he rarely smiles, but he often has like a scowl.
Crazy standards. Even because like even if you like have a point you make, like there's like obviously a chance you're going to see something wrong. You know?
Just sitting around talking about nothing, but they can't even get that right. Like it's so stuttery in her I'm assuming it's not just the recording because this camera keeps cutting out. And also I just noticed you're not going to be able to, you might be able to see just barely. There's like a couple pixels on OBS or whatever he's using to stream this, he didn't properly input her camera. There's just like a couple pixels on the bottom here.
But whatever. I hate live
Yeah.
streaming. At the end of the day, I hate live streaming.
What's
Sorry,
the
guys.
longest? Like, how long do you usually stream for? Because yeah, I mean, when I'm going to, like 10 hours, I'm cooked. If somebody wants to dig in and find something dumb,
yeah,
and then present that as as like my official belief or whatever, it's like you're gonna be able to do.
Noah looks like Orion from The Office when he was working at the bowling alley. He does. For me, Noah looks like the type of guy that would like get arrested for eating somebody. And that means I do not mean that about his character. I do not mean that as like an actual accusation against him. I'm merely talking about his appearance and demeanor. He appears to be somebody that would eat another human being. Again, this is not based on any factual information. Just a random thought in my head.
Do that, and I can't really stop you. 29.
Just a coldness in his eyes.
Is it like being 28 being sued?
Wow.
Because that was me last year.
Yeah.
And what's it like being 29? When's your birthday?
My first lawsuit, November 4th.
Inshallah over by your 29th birthday, but I don't think it will be. But
Never know.
yeah, inshallah.
Mm-hmm.
29 and sued. I'm not manifesting that for you. That's my life too. Well, my life, not too.
Yeah.
But yeah, 28. Never thought in my life I'd be sued.
Check, please.
And then sometimes you find out you're being sued with everyone else with a YouTube video.
What was that? What was that like? That first moment.
Dude, I had so many people messaging me. They're like, I just woke up.
You know what? It's funny because I bet you anything. Maybe not anything. No bets. I take it back. But I'm sure that Frogan probably had in her head at some point this idea like, you know, we could get sued. Like, oh, we watch, you know, Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay or whoever. All these different, you know, TV companies could probably sue us. But if that happens, that's like kind of news. That's big news. Oh, Frogan, streamer Frogan sued by Gordon Ramsay. Oh, that could help push my numbers. I feel like it's something like that where a few of the people that were engaging in this type of stuff would see something like that be kind of a bigger promotion of them, whereas this is obviously just kind of a viewing of their downfall. Can you have a downfall when you start so low? I guess so. More of a tumble.
And they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. The fuck? I'm getting ready to.
That's the lamest inshallah I have ever heard. She hits it like a white person. Inshallah. I grew up around Muslims in India. Heard that a lot. Inshallah. Just saying. Salam alaikum. I'm trying to think of more.
Go to my friend's house. They're like, oh, so you don't know? I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know shit. What's going on? And they sent me the link to like the H3 Productions meme page. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's not fucking real. I was like, that's the goddamn meme page. And then somebody sent me the video and I was like, oh, so that is real. It is real. It is real. It is real. And then I went home. I was like,
Israel? Okay, this is also cut kind of weird. I don't want to finish this anymore. They play Fortnite together? Maybe I do want to see this.
I don't know. I just feel like life falls into place. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Life will hopefully, inshallah, fall into place.
Nearby, somewhat. Need a
Wait, Noah,
rifle.
what if we go to law school after this? We just like we start reading the law.
It inspires us? Where is this? Where is that person?
Yeah, it's like, dude, our personal statement for grad school go crazy.
Me playing Fortnite with my dogs. Hey, bro, imagine we go to fucking law school, bro. Yo, bro, imagine this. Yo, get this guy on your right. Yo, at your six. Yeah, it was, again, kind of pointless watch. It's Frogan and Noah at the end of the day. This was somewhat interesting. Hollywood actor Stavros Halkias gives Hasan a reality check. I like that they called him Hollywood actor. He is now. You could just say comedian. Oh, me and the boys. I wish I could put my arms around them. Me and the boys. Didn't really work. Didn't really work. Well, I'll go over here then. But this was pretty funny. This was just Stavros just dogging on Hasan. And Hasan, here's the thing. It's clear that, like, they're friends. So Stavros is clearly just kind of, like, joking at Hasan, making some jabs at him. You know, a rebel without a cause is kind of the energy that he's giving Hasan. But Hasan keeps trying to, like, turn the subject away when it's like, you gotta hit a yes and, brother. Come on. Is Hasan in a hotel room again? He's on the run. He knows that subpoena's coming. He's afraid.
And do they have an anchor statue at the hospital outside of the hospital that you were born?
Like, what are you talking about? Dude, that's like the other thing. They're trying to denaturalize me.
They don't want your bitch ass in Turkey either.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even go back to Turkey.
You're gonna be fucking. You're gonna be swimming to Little St. James just so because you know nobody lives there.
Yeah.
You know it's empty right now. You're gonna live on Epstein Island. It's the only government that will accept you.
Yeah. I'll escape. I'll make my escape to. I can't even go to Turkey. It's so
Your
ass.
bitch ass is gonna be rowing a boat back to fucking Cuba.
Yeah. Which is at the precipice of invasion, so I can't even go there.
Stavros's laugh is the thing is sometimes he doesn't even tell like a funny joke, but his laugh is what carries it. And when it's something like this, his laugh is very much like a point finger at and mock. That's the type of laugh that he has. Stavros is so funny, but I hate his constant approval of Hasan. Well, it's so interesting too, because he does seem like smart. Like he seems like knowledgeable, like he seems to like at least know some of what's going on like in geopolitics, and has some understanding of like people and stuff like that. So yeah, it is sad to see, but I don't know. The way I think about it is the same way I think about Ethan. Not the greatest judge of character, I would say. You look at Ethan's long history of friends, you have to think like, it's not your fault, but why didn't you see it sooner? But here, let's hear Stavros laugh for another 15 seconds.
Like, I'm gonna escape to Cuba, and then they're gonna invade and then arrest me
immediately, dude.
They're gonna be like, dangerous radical terrorist Hasan, escape to Cuba. We have to indict him.
No, don't worry, dude. I'll fucking hide you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan forgives people too fast. No, exactly. He forgives people too fast, and he's too forgetful of the shit that they've done. It's like anytime they bring up Jason Nash, and he's like, "Oh, Jason Nash, what's wrong with what? Why did we dislike Jason Nash? What, he's just cringe? No, he assaulted a guy. Remember? We're just gonna skip over that part." Would it be considered assault? Yes. I guess there's two things I'm thinking about. One of them's definitely assault. That one just came to my mind again. Jason Nash, see, he just had a long history. It's because he's old. But it's a long history indeed. Brody forgot why Jimmy Lee was banned. No, yeah, I think that probably tells you the best. Someone like Jason Nash, I will say Jason Nash is forgetful. Forgettable? Whatever. I'm forgetful, I suppose. When Ethan was trying to help Jason Nash and the crew reminded him about Tana. Who the fuck is Jason Rash? The guy from TikTok. The guy who begs for money on TikTok. You don't know him? Yes, he assaulted Seth on video. But then wasn't he also involved in like filming of something else? Wasn't there something else with Jason Nash? Yeah, made out with him under false pretenses. That was one thing. There was something else. Whatever, it's not worth. Jason Nash isn't worth the time, to be completely honest. But I think you get the point. Yeah, I can't give Stavros too much hate for being friends with Hasan when it's like, yeah, you got Ethan forgetting about the things that Jimmy Lee's done. People are willing to look past the people they're close to, you know? He's a good guy. And again, I've been thinking about this lately too. It's kind of like, you can have your expectations of people, but you also have to remember the people that you're having the expectations of. Like, I will hold no expectations of somebody who used to be on a podcast called Come Town. You know, when you used to run the Come Town podcast, I don't necessarily respect the opinions you have, but I'll laugh at a few jokes. We should revisit Ethan's one fucked up dentist video. That's actually a good idea. They're supposed to start the stream soon, so I'll save that for next week, actually. Well, maybe we'll do some recapping of some old H3 stuff, because I was going to go on the H3Lore website today just to show this one thing, because I thought this was so funny. Go check out the H3Lore website. They've had some updates recently, been getting back on it with the new episodes and stuff, but I loved the crew update. We have everybody, including Morgan, who got let go, doesn't work there anymore. But we have all the crew members, including Morgan, except for AB. AB is a true rebel without a cause. What is he doing it for? We have best Nate moments. Nate's dog looks like Olive. Top Nate moments. Guante origin, possibly? Has the iceberg grown? That's my one question, because we at one point did a full iceberg. You know, we went through every single one. It took so long. It's not even that big of an iceberg. How did it take me like so many streams to get through it all? It doesn't look like too much has been added. But yes, go check out h3lore.com. Great stuff. And it also now links to Snarkbrain as well, snarkbrain.com, which archives all of the different snark talking points about Ethan Klein and Hila Klein and debunks them. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I just thought I thought AB getting left out of this is still pretty good. Oh, they pushed it back. Oh my god, they do this all the time. It's because I'm yapping. You're right. We do still have quite a few things to talk about on this. This is in the thumbnail and title too, so I need to talk about this. So pollsters did a poll on Hasan, and the results are very funny. So this isn't, the title's a little misleading, I will say. I clickbaited you all. This isn't just about Hasan's fans. This is just from a pollster's poll. The man has a 0% with people with children, and his most favorable, 42%, is with people who have parents. I wonder why someone who is unemployed and lives with their parents lives in their parents' basement would like Hasan, inferring, LOL. But so let's just take a look at a little bit of these poll details. So Hasan Parker, by party affiliation. So Republicans 1% find him favorable, Democrats 19% find him favorable, and 10% of independents find him favorable. But over 50% of all have never heard of him, with only the highest one being over 25% of Republicans finding him unfavorable, which is kind of interesting. An updated poll from a third party. Yeah, this is kind of, because he ran the poll himself, and like, it's interesting that his chat was at least somewhat honest, because they did give a bit of embarrassing information about themselves, to be completely honest. But now we get to see something else, which are just people's opinions, right? This is just like an opinion poll. This is Hasan Parker. It is interesting to me too. So more women don't know about Hasan than find him unfavorable, but more men than women find Hasan unfavorable. which is kind of interesting. Because I'm assuming that just means that... I guess that makes sense. Because if we're just talking about normies, if we're just talking about like a more general audience, I guess that would probably add up. But the one that's actually interesting, like you got the age groups, whatever. The education category isn't that interesting. I do think that there is like a little bit of an interesting bell curve here in terms of people knowing about Hasan. So it's like people that have never heard about him, high school or less, 48% of people just haven't heard about him. But 66% of bachelor's degree holders have heard of him. But then down to postgraduates, 48% haven't heard of him, which I found interesting. But then also in this, 25% of some college, which means people that have not graduated, which I think would imply either still students or dropouts, right? So 25% find him unfavorable with some college, which is kind of interesting. Race, Asian or other have the highest unfavorable view of Hasan. At 42% find him unfavorable. That's kind of crazy. As many Asian/other groups, all lumped together, I guess, about as many find him unfavorable as have never heard of him. That's kind of an interesting bit. But then it's Hispanics. Hispanics, 21% find Hasan favorable. It's the same way there's like a bunch of Hispanic MAGA voters. You're like, what's going on? It doesn't make sense. They're just counterculture. Because he sweeps for dictators like Mao. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that does add up. I'm just trying to think, because I guess I'm trying to like encapsulate in my brain what the others is. But I guess a lot of those would probably be affected by like communism and other things of the sort. So I guess it isn't that far off. Oh yeah, and the Vietnamese lady too. He has had a lot of bad like things that he said in regards to Asian people, I guess. Interesting. But then the one everyone's talking about is the living situation, with the most favorable being 42% living with parents, is what I'm assuming this means. So living situation with their parents, 42% find him favorable, 12% find him unfavorable, and 38% have never heard of him. That's kind of crazy. So this is the only outlier, the only one in which he actually breaks the scale and has more people on his side, more people favoring him than have just never even heard of him. And it's people living with their parents. This was also kind of odd. It says with parents and then multi-generational household. Isn't that just living with your parents and your grandparents? I get that it's like it's technically a different circumstance, but I also feel like that would kind of, if we're going to lump Asian and other together, I feel like multi-generational household could be lumped together with parents. Like with parents / multi-generational, and then you could probably just lump all these together in some way. And then also another one I thought was kind of interesting was the religious participation. So overall, 10% found him favorable, 19% found him unfavorable, with 56% having never heard of him. But it's like the less religious people seem to know a bit more about Hasan. Because you have monthly. The rarely one kind of throws that off just a little bit, though, with 51% having never heard of him. I guess it is just based on the people they polled as well. But yeah, I think the big ones to look at were people living with their people living with their parents, and then 0% of people with children finding him favorable. With 49, wow, that's interesting too. So I guess that kind of shows it, right? So that is the parent's perspective versus like the child's perspective. So somebody living with their children versus somebody living with their parents. 38% for both. Wow, that's so interesting. 38% for both have never heard of him. But then the difference is 49 or 42% with parents are favorable. 49% with children is unfavorable. Like completely two sides of the same coin. My evil Republican parents. They hate Mr. Parker. What if with parents or kids? See, I think with parents, I think these are polling adults, is what I would assume. Because I feel like polling like this, including children, would throw off the percentages quite a lot because of things like these questions, including like education and all of that. It is the minimum age group was 18. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. You're right. It literally says it here. Age group 18 to 29 was the youngest age group. So, and 30% of 18 to 29 found him favorable. So yeah, a younger audience finds is in favor of Hasan. Them old folks, they just don't get it. They can't get with the times. They don't understand Mr. Parker's allure. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying is the poll here, I think, would be an adult parent living with children. Those could be I just realized those could be children or your adult children. But is there another word for that? Why, if not, why not? My children, but they're adults now. Good point. Sorry, just had a little bit of a thought in my head just run through for no reason. But yes, just a little funny poll. Something to show. Hasan knows who to appeal to. Them youngins. Most of those old people, 65 and up, haven't heard of Hasan. Who? Who? I've never heard of him. What did you say? Awesome Packer? What does that mean? Why, how can a Packer be awesome? How many purple people find him favorable? Well, we can look at the other group here. Asian and other, I think we're covered. I think we're all good. Purple people eater? Surprise Zach's Judar didn't go off for Chris Cornell. Zach, care to explain? When I first saw this image, I thought it was Vitaly. Am I the only one? With a raise of hands, who thought it was Vitaly? Just me? Surprising. This, I have nothing to say about this. This is just a Reddit post. Why was this downvoted? Confused. Why did this get downvoted? Chris Cornell, Vitaly. Jewish king. Jewish Catholic king. I wouldn't be surprised if Vitaly's Catholic. Let me look it up. Oh, he's Jewish. Russian Orthodox father and Russian Ashkenazi Jewish mother. Like this is a good example of that here. I'm going to show a post I made. Oh, I think one of my comments got downvoted too. This one. This. So I made a post about my video that I released, ranking every adult animated. I think now it's called The History of Every Adult Animated Series, something like that. But this is a video project I've been putting together for a while. The description of the video includes a link to the tier list I created so people can create their own rankings as well. And it's about everything pre-2000s. All the shows that existed before the 2000s that were released before 2000. This person downvoted it. I downvoted their comment because it kind of pissed me off. Family Guy and Futuramas are 2000 shows. They only had a few episodes in the 1990s. They only had a few episodes in 1999. And wouldn't reach cultural status until the 2000s. Family Guy didn't even take off in the mainstream until the late 2000s. I literally talk about the relevance and like the growth of the shows in the video, and the whole point is that their first episodes released before the year 2000, so it would be kind of a ridiculous case to make a part 2 where I talk about the 2000 series and be like, hey, let me name now a bunch of series that were actually released before the year 2000 but weren't included in the first video. Some people just like to hate. This comment isn't only just pointless and like didn't need to be said, it's just wrong. And then also I made a funny little joke. My funny little joke, oh, it actually did get a couple upvotes. At first it had like, I was at -2. This is why I'm watching, and it's Tomorrow with her one-eyed cat. And I said, I still can't believe she de-eyed her cat. Which I thought was pretty funny. But hey, what are you going to do? And here's a good question for everybody. I want the chat to go crazy right now. Which crew member did you have a silly grudge on and why? For me, it's Tom. He said that watching Lord of the Rings was the worst, most boring experience of his life. And I think about him saying that every time he talks. But with all love, I still like Tom, of course. What about you? Keep it lighthearted and fun. Now here's the thing. I love Love. Love is one of my favorite crew members. But I've said this before, Love is a hater. Love is a hater, and there's a few things that he's hated on where I can't even like think of them off the top because I've just pushed them aside. They matter not. But it's just like he'll I guess one of the main things is like music. He turns away on a lot of music. There's been a few other media-based things, I think. He runs too heavily on vibes. And it's like, sometimes you gotta see it through. My autistic uncle that speaks like 10 languages fully hates Lord of the Rings. It's because he's a linguist. He's just like, he's a true polyglot, and he's like, this guy was a fraud. This language they created, rubbish. Yeah, he doesn't read on principle. My grudge against Ethan is that he touches the food that he feeds to the crew way too much. He did it with the bread and the avocados. And that's the thing, is he says his hands are clean, but we see how much he picks up those dogs. He loves those dogs. I love my health. Love doesn't like anything but games and videos. No books, no music, no movies, no shows. But he'll watch videos about all those things. It's like, oh, I don't know about any bands, but like I watched all this. See, one thing that made me upset was there was something in regards to Sweden that was like a meme for a minute. What was it? Now I'm forgetting. And Love never brought it up. Maybe that's why I'm forgetting it. I saw it briefly. And they never talked about it. And I was like, oh, too bad, too sad. Is Dune really that great? I don't know. I gotta go see. Decide for yourself. He loves 2010s electronic music. No, I think he just likes Blade. My foot fell asleep. I was sitting weird, and my foot is fully asleep. He loves making fun of scalpers. There is that, I forgot. I'm trying to think of who else. Zach, my grudge with Zach is that he shits on people's lawns. Here's my grudge with the whole crew. There are so many of them, and there will often be a topic discussed where they just go, I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know. And Love does it to this point where it's a meme, and it's like, okay, bro, but you're sitting at a computer, please look it up. It takes me 2 seconds to look something up, please. And sometimes Love doesn't even know about internet memes. That's a sad one. Zach uses too many fart sound bites, not good. Zach is the soundbite goat, but he's also a soundbite purist. I don't hate any of the sound bites that Zach uses, but I hate that Zach thinks that his view on sound bites is the end all be all. So that's my critique. It's not that his sound bites are ever bad. I think the placements are good. I think the timing works, even if he uses them a lot within an episode. But I think that his criticisms of others' soundbite usage hinders him. David, Nate, AB, they all have different stylings of their soundbite usage. And that's the thing, is everybody's going to work with it differently. You can't hate. Nobody's really done it bad. It's kind of hard to fail. And that's no criticism of Zach. Not to say that it's hard to fail, because he has found a way to succeed. It's like, oh yeah, you're always meeting the level that you need to. But can you surpass that? Zach is surpassed. But that doesn't mean anybody else is below. AB's crazy, you laugh, you lose. What are you talking about? The dad crying about his son? His son calling him a hero? And AB mocking his dad? The fact that Ethan plays most, if not all, video games on mute is insane to me. Honestly, kind of relatable, though. I'll usually be listening to like a podcast or like a video. I've been into the Wild West extravaganza. Shout out this guy. You know we love a good shout out here. I listen to this history podcast. I really want you to take this all in, just one thing at a time. Here's his profile picture for the Wild West Extravaganza podcast. This is his profile picture. Okay, you've got it. You've got it in your brain. These are the topics he discusses. Hang 'em high, the truth about frontier justice. The lawman who robbed a bank, Henry Newton Brown. Outlaws, lawmen, and forgotten killers of the Old West. I just love that image of him, though. Good guy. But I'll usually like be listening to something like this while I'm playing a video game.
How many people were legally hanged for stealing horses back in the Old West?
These are the type of videos I'm watching, if anybody's wondering. My beef with the crew is not having a live show to look forward to. Bring us back to the Greek. Just get armed security, like armed guards with AK-47s. And I'm not saying, like, I don't want them with ARs. I want them to have AK-47s. That's what I would think they need to have in this crowd scenario. It only makes sense. Being hanged in a full suit is crazy. What would you rather do? Be hung in your birthday suit? Just saying. Gotta look fly even on the way out. Yeah, strip search every attendee. Drop them. Drop them and spread them. Bend over and cough. Everyone brings a gun. Oh, that's a better idea. All the good guns protect from the bad guns. I like that one. It's a good idea. Ethan saying he is good at Mario Kart drove me nuts. Bro is driving around with auto steering. I beef specifically black hair dye Ethan because it feels illegal for him to have any other hair color in my brain. Kind of like when a dad shaves and the baby is upset. That's how I feel. When dad shaves his beard and baby goes and starts crying. I know that. I've seen that happen. I think Ethan is worried about getting Christina Grimmied. I'm telling you, it's the smartest thing to do is we just all pull up with our own guns. We'll be on the lookout, be on high alert. Anybody that you see carrying a gun, you shoot them. Okay, we all have our guns. Anybody that you see that has a gun, you shoot that person. Got it? This is all a joke. None of this is real. None of these are real things that I'm saying. These are all fake. Shout out Hila Klein's new tattoo. Honestly, I saw the tattoo and I'm not always the biggest fan of just words in general. Just getting like phrases and stuff tattooed. But I did, oh, this doesn't show it. I'm gonna have to go on our Instagram. The finished product for it was actually pretty nice and I like the colors that they use. Let me pull it up. Yes. Like I really like the colors on this. I thought they popped really well. And it kind of matches the color scheme of Ethan's tattoo, which I kind of like. I thought was nice. Not a big word fan, huh? You would hate the dictionary. I do. You ever try and read that thing? Boring. Couldn't be me. But yes, Hila's been in Israel having a great time, it seems. This Seinfeld poster is great. That's amazing. Just such a wild. I love it though. I'd put something like that up. Oh, and this was the funny part. I forgot. The reason I pulled this up is because the person who posted this went, according to Gemini, it is heard. To be precise, it is a past tense action. In the Bible, the name was given to express gratitude that a prayer or request had successfully been heard or answered by God. While the word is built from the core root that means to listen, the actual name itself specifically signifies the result heard. That is hogwash, completely untrue. Gemini lied to you. And I'm wondering how hard this is. Let me see. I might be able to do this. Let me see. So, because that was just incorrect, not the actual. Ooh. Pulling up Late Night Luke again. I just want to see I can get... Copy it. Google Translate. Google Translate. Image. Yes. Nah, it doesn't do it. It won't do the Google Translate. It's because it's on a curved surface, probably. Unless maybe if I pick Hebrew, maybe. Let's see. No, it still can't read it. But yes, Hila explains here, in Judaism, this too shall pass. Translate to Gamze Ya'avor. Rooted in Jewish folklore and connected to the writings of King Solomon, it serves as a profound philosophical reminder of the impermanence of life, offering comfort during hardship and grounding humanity during times of joy. When things are bad, remember, it won't always be this way. Take one day at a time. When things are good, remember it won't always be this way. Enjoy and cherish. Or enjoy and cherish those moments. She's not wrong. That is true. Have you heard Goldmine? I have. One of my favorites. I remember I pulled it up once, and when we were doing a music stream, we listened to Goldmine, the famous song by The Jokes, and people were criticizing Ethan's singing voice. Oh, might need to check this out too. This just got recommended to me. Why I still support Ethan Klein, H3 Podcast, an hour and 30 minutes.
In and Ethan stops it to make a personal attack.
Wah! How dare you make fun of this guy's voice? Wah!
Bro, were you even a fan of the show? This is what Ethan does.
Good point. But yes, we got through all of that. We didn't actually end up getting to the video I was going to watch, but no worry, because it is time for the H3 Podcast. They are live. And I've been going for over the time that I needed to go, so I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll be here again on Monday, so I'll see you then. But yes, for the outro, we'll play Goldmine. Why not? Let's do that. If it'll play. A real classic right here.
A long day, I feel strange, heading off to somewhere I can't call your name. A long night, feels like years, making do with you between my ears, and a gold mine ain't worth having without you. And I'm so blue, and a gold mine ain't worth having without you. So come through, and it's hard to be alone, hard to leave home, and I can't go on without you unless you're about a stone's throw. A gold mine ain't worth having